You've seen him for years as Hollywood's bad guy on TV and in movies. Now, listen to him right here. Here's your host, the multi-talented Jasper Cole.
Woo! Howdy, and welcome to On the Set with Jasper Cole. This is your host, Jasper Cole, coming to you live from West Hollywood, California, and I want to let everyone know this is our first live show of 2013, and it's a very special night because it's going to be an all-horror Hansel and Gretel night. Yes. There we go. I gave myself a big applause. Did you like that? Anyway, listen, everyone, please give a big shout-out to my way too gay sidekick, Mr. Ralph Cole, Jr. Hey, Ralph, how are you?
Hi, Planet Earth.
Woo! There she is. Happy New Year, Ralph.
Jasper, thank you. The same to you and to Planet Earth, and thank you, as always, for the welcoming response to the show.
Well, I haven't seen you in a coon's age, but it has been. This is our first. Let me just say, it's so great to lay eyes on Ralph. You know, every week he is a fashion statement, a walking billboard of something. Tonight, I don't know. I am thinking there's a safari theme going on here.
Well, it's funny that you say that. You know, although it's camouflage and it's orange, I still feel that I can blend in. So it's orange camouflage, Jasper.
Well, that's great. It kind of blends in with the whole mode of what's going on. Oh,
dear.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry. That is so, I don't know. What happened? Did a mouse run through? Is that a frog? Oh, wait, I think it was our entertainment dish with Dara.
Okay. I don't think so.
It's Lindora. It's Lindora. It's Dara. How are you?
Happy non-farting New Year. That was not me.
No. Of course it wasn't. It was one of
our... I mean, some things just never change. It seems like we're starting the year the same old way, right, Dara?
That's right.
Full of hot air, right?
Full of hot air. Full of piss and vinegar.
Did you both have a great holiday?
Ralph?
Oh, well, I was waiting for you. Thank you, Dara.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'll go first. Ladies first. I did have a good holiday.
I know. I'm sorry.
What did we do? We went up to my in-laws up in L.A. on Christmas Eve, and it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of grandchildren. They have a great time together. And then Christmas Day, we were just here doing our own thing, and we surprised the boys. Oh, here we go.
Well, you mentioned in-laws, so I thought I'd have a guest
on.
Oh,
yes. We surprised the boys with...
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you know what? They've been my in-laws for almost 18 years. You're hilarious.
Okay.
Bye-bye. And then the day after Christmas, I told you that my little one had his bottom two molars, his wisdom teeth removed. William did.
Ralph's not the only one with his mouth open with somebody's got something in it. So
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That was gross, Jasper.
Well, by the way.
He is 11.
No. I was trying to boomerang it to Ralph posting a picture of himself at the dentist with his, mouth open.
You know what? Ralph has got a great set of teeth, and we need to just get him some sort of Crest commercial or Colgate or...
No, Dara, right? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I definitely got some funny feedback from it, like the classic, really too much information. But the reason why I had courage to do it is because a great friend, performer friend of mine, Lo Cunningham, totally recorded from the moment her water broke to when they pulled her child out of her cesarean section.
Oh, wow. Well, speaking of cesarean sections, is this Markus Redmond? Is Markus on with us? Okay, we're having technical difficulties.
I think we are having technical difficulties.
Oh,
there he
is. He's here.
There he
is. Yes, it's me. I'm here.
Right.
I don't...
I just wanted to bring you into the conversation because it was getting kind of boring.
No, it's perfect timing because I'm big on cesarean sections, so that was Big old day. Happy New Year, everyone. How is everybody doing?
I am terrific, Marcus. Happy New Year to you and Isis and the kids.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ralph.
Let me say there was a little method to the madness. Dara was complimenting Ralph on his wonderful smile, and I didn't want Ralph to feel like he was the only African-American brother up here that had a good smile.
Oh, my goodness.
I had to make sure I spread the wealth among my Kwanzaa brothers.
Oh, wow.
Happy
Are
Kwanzaa,
we doing
by the way,
reverse
everybody.
discrimination in favoritism now?
I'm all about Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. Oh, wait, that was last year.
Right,
Okay.
that was last year. This is
We're
the
on
new
to the
year,
new
Jasper, and don't be making those resolutions that you're going to be nicer and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no. The thing about me, and because I am a natural-born healer, as everyone knows, and I have a Cancer rising sign, which is the humanitarian side.
Right.
I don't really have to try to be nice because everybody knows that deep down I'm a really genuine person who's fighting for the underdog, right?
Okay,
Ralph, could you give me more coffee, please?
Okay,
Ralph, did you fall over?
Dara.
Yes.
As I sit across from Jasper watching him say all of that, he can barely even keep a straight face, okay?
I
Right.
did throw up in my mouth.
Is he giving you the bird while he's saying all that crap?
And I do use the term straight loosely. Okay.
I did throw up in my mouth just a little bit, but that was hard.
Listen, Jasper, what do you think of this coffee?
I have to ask everyone to please follow us on Facebook at On the Set with Jasper Cole, Twitter On the Set with, On the Set W Jasper, and of course our wonderful website On the Set with JasperCole.com. Compliments of publicist extraordinaire Jonathan Jackson, but I think we want to send a little shout out to Jonathan. I just want to talk him down off the ledge and just say, come on in, Jonathan. It's okay, come on back in and sit down. And he'll know what that is. So anyway.
Oh, well, speaking of, let's just get right into the entertainment.
Let's get into it because we have got a jam-packed show.
We have
with
jam-packed, and
4 guests coming up tonight.
I'll be exiting before the other females get into the show because I can be the only female at a time.
You don't need to share the mic with any other
I do not need
bitches.
to share.
Right.
So speaking of throw up in your mouth, Jasper, Brandy Glanville from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tweeted the other day that she's going to throw up if she has to hear about Leanne Ryan's new mansion one more time. I guess Leanne has been bragging about a new home, and Brandy's sick of it.
Well, I finally watched the Leanne Rimes, Juliana Rancic hot mess of an interview on
You did?
Yeah, because they're apparently best friends, and so Leanne...
Wait, what?
They're best friends, and so Leanne felt safe that she would come to...
You're kidding, right?
No, they said it in the interview.
Well, yeah. How and why could they ever be best friends? What do they have in common?
Well, they're both anorexic.
Well, yes, they have that.
They both have lollipop heads.
They have that.
One still has breasts, and...
Oh, that's mean. Okay.
No. I was going to say Juliana has bigger breasts than Leanne because she's so anorexic. But anyway...
Okay, Leanne looks like she's gained a little bit of weight in the pictures that they posted of her over the winter break.
Well, let me just start first off.
Here we go.
Leanne is welcome here anytime, and it's 646-727-1328. She's probably listening.
Oh, I'm sure.
If she wants to call in and, continue her saga.
Because you guys can talk about country in the South.
She's from the South. She's just as damn white trash as anything.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, well, but anyway, I don't have any sympathy for her. So, I mean...
No, why should you?
Yeah, but she had a breakdown, and she went into rehab for anxiety. If that's the case, then I would just live in rehab. Totally. I'm going to go there right now. In fact, I did have a breakdown and went into rehab for anger issues with my children. I went and I saw a movie by myself yesterday because they were annoying me. Oh, what did you go see? I went and saw The Guilt Trip with Barbara Streisand. Oh, supporting the Jewish women. I like that. That's right. I'm supporting the tribe, and it was good. It was a good movie. Yeah, I didn't really, nothing about it made me want to see it, but no, you know what? It's charming. Yeah, I love her as a director and a singer, but can't get me into watch her as an actress. Well, yeah, I understand. I did see This Is 40. I think I told you, and Leslie Mann is annoying. Oh, yeah, you don't like her. What is it about her?
Well, talk about nepotism. I mean, when your husband puts you in the movie and the kids in the movie, I don't know. I just, you know what, there was just something about her that grated on my nerves. But Paul Rudd is cute.
You're right. You're right.
Am I right, Marcus?
You're right about Leslie Mann. Leslie Mann's been annoying since she showed up. It's got nothing to do with Judd Apatow. She's just, how do I put this, a shitty actress.
Thank you.
Wow. Don't hold
Thank
back.
you.
Well, I get her confused with Julie Bowen on Modern Family. I always get them confused.
Oh, no.
Julie Bowen is a great actress.
Bowen is just really, really upset with Sofia Vergara for some reason.
What?
Well, she's jealous of her. Who would? I don't think any female would want to share the screen with her.
It really comes off like every time she's interviewed about Modern Family or asked about.
Oh, they always
Sofia
ask
Vergara,
about Sophia.
There's a lot of just bile and, like you said, Jasper, jealousy coming off of her. Any other time she's great, but if Sofia Vergara is brought up, there's just this thing that her whole face turns.
Really?
Well,
why did they even bring up Sophia when they're talking to her? What's the point?
Well, because Sophia is like, it's like the thing. I remember when I used to do interviews, when I was on television shows, if any black person did something stupid, they would ask me about that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a good thing you're not on the show now.
That's like when the black reporters interview the black stars. It's like, really, how more obvious can it be?
Exactly. It's just like it's stupid reporting. So of course they're going to ask her about Sofia Vergara because as gorgeous as she is, she's either getting smacked around in some club or falling off somewhere.
I saw those
so they
pictures.
always ask her. Yeah,
Did you hear about the New Year's Eve?
Yes.
Sophia got in the middle. Well, she was trying to protect her boyfriend, I guess, and she went down on the ground and her big tatas fell out.
Her big tata. Let's just take it straight to the ghetto and get in a fight when we're a star on a TV show and we get paid a lot of money. I mean, come on.
Right?
Well, there's a chance she could have tripped and fallen as she was trying to, verbally.
That shit never happened to you on Doogie Howser, did it, Marcus?
No.
No.
You weren't jealous of Neil Patrick Harris's.
Listen, I was. First of all, you got to remember when I did the show. I was cool. I was shocked I was even there. So I was having a ball. It was great. And plus, the other thing that was really great, and this is going to sound really bad, but it's true.
Then say it.
I was the only black guy on the show, which was fantastic. To be honest with you,
you're really the only black guy on this show.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If you notice, I try to do that. I try to surround myself with the white folk because it's just better. And I just because I just think it's good karma. I would just like to say this name 3 times: Miranda Lambert, Miranda Lambert, Miranda Lambert. Now I did that because we've said the name Leanne Rimes so much, and she's such a horrible example of what country and country music is all about that I just want to counterbalance that with
good job.
The new Loretta Lynn, which is Miranda Lambert. So
Did you see her husband's not so Christmas special? It was hilarious.
I did. I love
that. I love
those two.
I love they did a
I have to
special.
interject here
Okay.
because our loyal fan Lucian.
Hello, Lucian. Happy New Year.
Hey, Lucian. How are you?
Happy New Year. He and Katie Schatz are having too much fun. I just want to read.
Hello, Katie. Happy New Year, Katie.
Happy New Year, Katie. I want to just read you what I have just received on my phone.
Okay.
Leanne is a friggin' fart sniffer.
Oh.
I'm not a Leanne fan. She was a talented child. Leanne is afterbirth, just rank and so manipulative. Okay,
wow.
and that's
again.
Ouch.
Leanne, 646-727-1328.
And then you're your best friend.
We're like Fox News. We are fair and balanced here on the set with Jasper Cole.
What do you think
Lucian makes a very good point. Lucian makes a very good point. That first single, because as everybody knows, I'm a huge country music fan. Leanne's first single, Blue, when it came out, it was like...
Yes.
It was like a little Patsy Cline.
Well, listen, this girl. I mean, even now, she's a brilliant singer. I mean, unfortunately, she got lost in the draw. She was the country Britney Spears, though. Don't forget, she had a big emancipation lawsuit with her parents, and then
Yes.
her parents divorced.
Right.
Yes.
She was high drama, country drama before she got involved with Eddie Cibrian.
Oh, yeah, right. Family drama. You're right.
Oh, always. And
Mm-hmm.
she just kind of laid low because she'd been married to that gay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
To the dancer husband.
Oh
that she
dear.
was with.
Yes.
That I'm sure they were, like she says in the interview, they were best friends. She said to Giuliana Rancic, but there was no great romance. Well, when you marry a homosexual, that's what happens.
Exactly.
Well, so many couples can say that there's not a great romance.
That's
right.
true.
Ralph, have you ever married a woman?
No, I haven't, but I don't need to have made that statement, Jasper. Thank you. And what do you think of the coffee this week? Because I got a new brand.
It's blacker and stronger, which I hope you're
Oh.
going to be in 2013.
Well, like
That's good for 2013.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a lot of.
blacker and stronger.
Well, listen, speaking of black and strong and big
Oh,
asses,
okay.
are we going to talk about Kim K and Kanye being
I
pregnant?
guess so. I wanted to
Do we
make it
have
a
to?
Kardashian-free zone. Yes, thank you, Marcus.
Do we have to?
Well, I mean, we have to be
free,
topical.
Jasper.
All the jokes have been told. What else? What else? The
Well,
only
isn't the
thing left
baby?
at this
Aren't they
point-
calling it Kenya now or Kenya?
But here's the thing: if we do this as a group, if we do this, what we're doing is we're harming the only innocent thing involved in this whole mess, and that's the unborn child. We're just harming an innocent fetus if we do this thing, is what I'm saying.
I have to say I'm speechless after that.
Well,
I don't know what to say to that.
I'm all for
I'm
protecting
just
an
saying.
unborn fetus, but I mean, at this point, the fetus has those two genes, so I don't know.
What else can we? I mean, what else? What else? There's nothing else. What else is there to say about?
Well, we can
I
already
think
say
Marcus's point is that they get enough publicity, and even did you see Wolf Blitzer even brought them up the other night? I thought, are you kidding me?
serious?
Yes,
Wolf
yes.
on CNN?
No, but
his
that's
guests started laughing.
That's a perfect segue to Kathy Griffin and Anderson Cooper.
Oh, love, love, love. They
Did
make
you guys
staying
watch
home for
them
New
on-
Year's
What
Eve so much
happened?
fun.
What happened? I heard something happened, but I don't know what happened. What happened?
This is like their third or fourth year together. I think with the first year she did it, people thought she'd never be asked back, and then the ratings are so high. In fact, I just saw that the ratings, even for the after midnight from 12 to 12:30, were 3 times bigger than ABC or Fox or anything. They had like 2.8 million viewers.
Wow.
But she kept playing around and pretending she was trying to go down and give him a blowjob. But I mean, kid, honestly, if a kid watching that's not going to know what she was doing the way.
No,
it came
well,
out.
let me tell you, I was watching it with a kid, William, who's 11 and a half, and with all the things that kids are shown these days, he's aware of that. So who cares?
Yeah, I mean, some guy from Parental Family Values, I don't know, called in on TMZ yesterday and was all upset about kids. It's the one time a year that the kids are allowed to stay up, and she was so inappropriate. And then someone said, well, Jenny McCarthy over on Channel 7 on ABC was making out with soldiers, strangers, putting her tongue down their throat, and
you know what? She'll do anything to get press. Jenny McCarthy. Wow.
But I think Kathy Griffin, I think it's great to see Anderson Cooper, she's basically his hag anyway. So, as gay.
But she never outed him. She knew he was gay and she never outed him.
Oh, no. Well, no, please, no.
Yeah, but some people out other people just to get the press, and she never did that.
Well, no, Kathy's the thing about Kathy, she's a loyal friend.
Yes.
She's a very loyal
Isn't that
friend.
what his name does? That's who's the guy?
Perez Hilton?
Yes, him. He's the one that does that kind of thing, right?
I'm a little over him. I don't even know why he's as popular as he is. I don't know why they even have him on talk shows. How did that happen when he was a bully, and then he wasn't a bully, and now he's on all these shows?
Well, the thing about Perez
bully.
Hilton, this is like 250-pound gay guy that used to sit up at the Starbucks on Sunset in Fairfax or Coffee Bean, one of those, and he just started blogging about celebrities. And early on, when people were first starting with the internet stuff about 7-8 years ago, and this guy just, because he was so nasty, he got so famous, and started making millions of dollars off of his blogs, and it just grew and grew and grew, and
right.
You know, he had TV talk show pilots, and you know, I mean, on one hand, he's, you know, he laughed all the way to the bank. Didn't he do some sort of like humbling?
Yes, because I think something actually, I don't know if there was some sort of tragedy involved with him or with somebody he discussed, but yes, he did sort of have a humbling experience. I don't know the details. But,
well,
you know, he's kind of back to the same old thing.
He took down Paris Hilton constantly. That was his big thing. He always went after Paris Hilton back during the days of The Simple Life. But I also think he hit it big with the Kim K sex tape scandal. Somehow he was involved in breaking that case as well. But again, back to Kim K.
And I'm going to stay with her because this is so people are upset about Kathy Griffin and her goofing around with Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, those are the people that are upset that are no doubt cheating on their spouses,
right?
And you know, probably with underage girls
or boys.
You're absolutely right. Because this is the thing that really gets me. The thing that gets me is that you know, you've got Kathy Griffin, who's hysterical, and she's got this show, and they do it every year, and it's always got great ratings and everything, and then they try to make a joke, and then everybody gets all upset, and then everybody's like super moral. However, Kim Kardashian, let's be honest, shot a porn.
Right.
She shot a porn.
Right.
She made porn and got famous. Now, the same people that are all about Kim Kardashian, they all, oh, my God, we got to get porn. Porn, get away. No more porn. We got to get porn out of schools. She made a porn, and she got famous. But Kathy Griffin can't joke around with
the parents that are calling in complaining about CNN, the kids that they're trying to protect are watching the Kardashians in their bedrooms, keeping up with the Kardashians, and the parents think that's okay, but they can't watch, you know, Kathy pretend that she's trying to you know, simulate oral sex. And let's be honest. I mean, you know, like Bill Clinton said, is that really sex?
Exactly.
So, right? I mean, sex, we know what sex really is.
Oh, my goodness. I remember when that all came out, no pun intended.
Right.
Is that really sex? It's actually a little more personal than the other kind, but okay, we're not going to go there.
Speaking of kids and scandals and tragedies, did you hear about the paparazzi that was killed chasing Justin Bieber's car?
That's very sad.
Yeah, apparently the paparazzi had been stalking him or whatever, and they were claiming that they had him. He was driving around smoking pot from a bong, but you know, I'm gonna make a prediction. And I don't think Justin Bieber is going to turn out well. I get the feeling this is a kid from a single mom. He doesn't have a dad in his life. I've seen the mother before interviewed. I don't think she has a grip on this guy. He's now 19 or whatever. He's trying to hang with Little Swift and all these rappers.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
Little Swift is his best friend, and he's a rapper, and he smokes pot all the time. He's like Snoop Dogg. He's trying to be like the young Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
And I think Justin's trying to get some street cred, you know, trying to first of all, Justin's never going to be taller than 5'3". So he's already emasculated right there. So that's part of his problem.
Is he 5'3"?
He's like 5'3".
Well, he's only 18. You actually can grow still after 18. I did in height.
So if he makes it to 5'4", then his penis will still be there. Where it's at. So.
Okay, thank you for that visual. I imagine it without any pubic hair.
I'm just saying there's some issues going on. He's a little cocky. He's got an attitude. I'm just saying I think he's going to be the male Britney Spears.
Oh.
Now see, here's the thing. You say that he is going to be, and I say he already is.
Interesting.
I say it's already happened. Let's be honest. That might be my new catchphrase 2013.
That's good.
Let's be honest. Justin Bieber is like one step shy of a lesbian. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
What?
Okay? He's a step, like one little thing. And in fact, I remember last year they found someone that was a lookalike that got a little bit of press
on MSNBC.
No,
Wait,
her,
what?
of course, yes. No, there was someone that lived somewhere in like the Midwest or something. They found this girl who people thought Justin Bieber was in this little small hick town, and all the paparazzi started showing up. And turns out it was a lesbian. It was a lesbian woman.
Wait, is that the woman that said that she was going to have his baby?
No.
Okay.
No, that was my cousin.
No, that's some other. Yeah, this was an actual lesbian who looked like him.
Oh.
And people thought he was where this person was. So there's that. And then secondly, I don't know who's responsible for this bile that he calls music.
Wow.
But it needs to stop. It has to stop.
Markus, have you actually listened to his music?
Baby, 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 ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby,
well,
baby,
I mean,
ooh.
listen, every generation has their teeny boppers, and I
Yes.
think that the point I'm making is he's trying to make a transition, and in the process, I think he's going to end up being a little bit like a Lindsay Lohan and a Britney Spears. I mean, don't forget, this is like his third car incident. You know, he's got that Ferrari that he flies around in, and I don't know. Again, I just don't think he needed a strong male. I listen.
Oh my goodness, you're going to get all the tea parties on your side.
Here's the thing: I may be liberal, but I do think children need a mother and a father, and I think guys in particular need that strong male presence in their life, and I don't feel Justin ever had it. And mothers, as great as mothers are, they can't be fathers. You know?
Well, there's nothing like the male voice that comes in there and, you know, scares the living crap out of your kids.
Because mothers think emotionally and dads think reality. And so dads have been guys before, and they know,
exactly.
And I want to say to all the teenage girls, when a teenage boy pretends to like you, they just want to have sex with you.
And they don't know what they're doing when they're teenagers, so don't bother.
Right.
Guys, and this is something that I'm sure you're coming from too, Jasper. There's a thing with guys that doesn't exist with girls when it comes to upbringing. You know, there's a line you have to learn, and for every guy it's different, but there's a certain line that you don't cross, because if you do, you're going to get your ass kicked.
Right.
There's a certain thing.
Well, that's why so many mothers will say, "Wait till your dad gets home." You know.
Well, exactly. Exactly, because you have to learn that line, and there's nobody to tell Justin Bieber that line. I've seen him do shit to people just in interviews that in my neighborhood he'd have been picking his ass up off the floor for having said what he said.
Well, imagine you and Dara, your parents. Imagine if you've got the teenager already, and then you're trying to tell him something, and he's got $45 million in the bank.
Right, exactly. No, I can't imagine.
I mean, talk about role reversal. That would be.
It would, unless it would in the current thing that exists, it never would have happened. I never would have let him leave the house with that crap he calls music.
Well, I wouldn't have let him leave the house with that haircut, but that's just between me and you. Listen, guys, we have to take our first break. The whole opening segment has gone. The time is flying. So.
Well, I'm going to say goodnight because I know that you've got a lot of guests and it's a little too much feedback. So I'm going to say Happy New Year and good night and have a great rest of the show.
Dara, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Markus, we'll be in touch. Thank you, buddy. Everyone,
absolutely.
Stay
Happy
tuned.
New Year, everyone.
You're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole, and when we come back, we will get right into our Hansel and Gretel show. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. Bye.
Come back, Planet Eartha.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to On the Set with Jasper Cole. This is Jasper Cole coming to you live from West Hollywood, California on this all-horror Hansel and Gretel night. And Ralph, are you with us?
Yes, I am right here.
How are you, buddy?
I am doing just great. What a great first segment.
Well, I have to say to everyone, we are having some technical difficulties with the board tonight. I'm having some problems with things stalling on this end, so I'm glad that we're still on the air and everyone can hear us. So bear with us, but I just want you to know that I'm not sure if the commercial music played. I'm really not sure what's going on.
It didn't play.
Okay, well, we are on regardless, and welcome back, Ralph. Great first segment with Dara and Markus. And,
no, absolutely, Jasper. It was a lively first segment, and it lends itself nicely into the segue of horror, which is our big theme tonight, Planet Earth. So why is it that way, Jasper?
Well, listen, I was so honored I got to be, and I am, a part of an upcoming horror film called Hansel and Gretel, opening and will actually releasing worldwide on DVD on this coming January 8th. And I thought this would be the perfect time this evening to welcome onto the show at least 4 of the stars of the movie. And next week, I hope to have another show after the movie has been released with the writer, director, and iconic actress Dee Wallace, who hopefully will be joining us as well. So,
okay.
So tonight we're going to welcome Stephanie Greco, who plays Hansel. She's amazing. Brent Lydic, who plays, Stephanie plays Gretel. Brent plays Hansel. We're going to have the amazing Sara Fletcher, who plays Jane. And hopefully my twin brother, Frank Giarmona, who plays Bobby, will be calling in. But anyway, in the meantime, Ralph, I'm going to try to get this board straightened out so we can actually see the callers as they come in.
Oh, great. Excellent.
Yeah, and let's talk about what's happening with you. What's going on? You ready for the big new year of auditions and carrying on?
Oh, yes. Everything is gearing up once again. I have 2 films now that I still have under my belt. As we ended last year, we had talked about the various things I had gotten to be a part of, and now I'll have 2 more films that we'll be able to watch, in addition to other pending things that are happening for you and me with Markus and Here and Now. So that is nicely on the horizon, and looking forward to all that the new year and energy will bring with that.
Oh, fantastic. Well, yeah, it's so great it's weird when the new year kind of starts in the middle of the week, so it's always kind of like, okay, it's Monday. No, it's actually Wednesday, or you know what I mean? So
exactly.
We've had these like 2 or 3 days after the holiday to sort of get into it, But it's great. Pilot season is going to be starting, and that's exciting because there'll be all kinds of opportunities audition-wise, which is great.
Exactly.
And, so I'm excited as well. I just signed with a new management company, Rectangle Entertainment.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, Avi Simon. So I'm starting off the new year with a new team member, as they say, and I'm looking forward to it. I've known him for many, many years, and he has a great small boutique company that's got a lot of quality people. So, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's happening and excited about Hansel and Gretel coming out. So, I think it's going to be good all the way around, and onward and upward.
We always seem to be having pending projects, and it's just nice to stay in the loop.
Oh, absolutely. And, especially, like I said, the pilot season for listeners, this is that time of year when a lot of actors will come out from New York or all around the different parts of the country. January, traditionally till maybe like March, April, is sort of the network pilot season. And that's when the new shows are put together and the cast. And now because of the cable, there's a chance they tend to go all year round. So in some ways, pilot season never really stops. But your traditional ABC, NBC, the 4 networks, they tend to operate on a January to March. And then, by May, all the shows are shot and in the can, and they're being decided on what's going to, make it on the fall season.
Right.
On the schedule coming up, which is, it's always great. I mean, I was thinking the other day, in my 25 years here, I've actually been in 14 pilots.
Wow.
And only Party of 5 back in the day was the only one that actually, in my experience, made it on the air. So it's it's a crapshoot. It's a gamble. But it's still you want to get one regardless. So.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited and eager to be a part of all of that this year.
Well, listen, let's talk about our first guest who's going to call in, Stephanie Greco, who plays Gretel. She's an amazing actress who's from Florida. She's the lead, and she's in almost every scene of this movie, and I get to chase after her and try to torture her and all that good stuff. But I know, Ralph, you have some information on her as well. I know she's grew up in Florida. She's also stars in a horror film called Whaley House that has been garnering a lot of attention. It's been in many festivals, and it's also an Asylum Films, the same company.
Oh, I see. Yes, it was directed by Jose Prendas,
who actually wrote our movie Hansel and Gretel.
Oh.
Yeah, and so he wrote our movie. Anthony Ferrante directed it, but Jose wrote our film, but he wrote and directed Whaley House that Stephanie stars in.
Oh, wow, what a small world.
Yeah, so hopefully we're going to have Jose on next week with Anthony, the director, and Dee Wallace. But, Stephanie does an amazing job in this movie. She's just a dedicated actress, and she's really fun to be around, and we had so much fun doing it. It's always... I always feel bad when I'm being the bad guy and you have to be mean to someone and chase them and torture them and go after them. And it was for me, it was a really physical. Well, you know what? Actually, for she and Brent both. I mean, and for Dee, for all of us, it was a really physical film. A lot of running and fighting and stunts and.
Right. Well, I remember you telling me how lovely she was to work with, because it is a funny thing. Like, okay, I'm going to be kind of like hurting you in this next scene, so go with it.
Right, and you try to always be aware of safety. You never want to hurt anybody, and it's like I'm always paranoid about that, even though everyone on the set's aware of it too. But when you're the one being the aggressor, you don't want to, because things happen in the moment when you have adrenaline going. And lower budget movies, you don't have that much time, and you don't have a lot of stunt coordinators, and you kind of have to wing it and do it on your own. So it's it's an interesting time. It's kind of
right. Well, the thing that I like about Stephanie too is that she's also a hyphenate, also having writing and producing credits.
Exactly. Yeah. This is what I find with a lot. And when we talked to Sara Fletcher later on, who plays Jane, she's also another one that is writing and producing and part of a web series, and that just seems to be. It's great because it seems to be a big part of sort of this younger generation of actors tend to get that. They tend to get it right away. Like, you want to do more than just, be an actor kind of thing.
Right.
Stephanie can tell us all about what she has going on. And then with Brent Lydic, who plays Hansel, my dyslexia, I want to call him Gretel and Stephanie Hansel. Brent likewise has done a lot. I know Brent has been a casting director as well.
As well as a producer and writer.
And he has also worked with, I think he can tell us, I believe he worked with our director on another film as well. I know he shot one horror film, I want to say, in Romania. I know he was out of the country shooting one at one time, so be nice to get his take on that as well.
Right.
And again, he was a great guy to work with, and he and Stephanie, literally, they worked so great together, working out their brother-sister relationship and the dynamics, and they were always, getting together and working the scenes. And yeah, I told you this, Ralph, in all my 25 years, this is actually one of even though it was a very fast, short shoot and a lot happening, it was one of the best shoots I've ever been on.
Oh, wow. In what way?
Well, everybody, the crew, the cast, it was just a really, everyone gelled and got along, and it doesn't always happen that way, as you know.
Right.
Yeah. So,
that's really great to hear, though, because you have a lot of experiences, so it's nice to know. And this was a cast, too, where you really were the veteran along with Dee, and working with these young up-and-coming actors and writers and producers. It was great for you guys to both get to mix your experiences with them.
Yeah, I've said many times, honestly, I really did this movie so I could work with Dee Wallace. She's such an iconic actress, and that was the real, I've told her that's the main reason I did it, was to be able to work with her.
I think that's the reason why she did it, was to work with you as well.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll ask her that if we get her on next week. And be like, is it true, Dee, you really just wanted to work with Jasper Cole? who plays a deranged mute who grunts a lot and yells and kills people. I'm sure it's my best work. I'm sure it'll be my best work ever because I don't say anything.
Well, let's talk for a second, Jasper. It's very interesting how the genre of horror has not subsided. It's very popular. It's suspenseful. It's vampire. It's blood. It's gore. Why do you think our society clings and loves that so much?
Well, it's interesting. You're right. It seems to be the one genre. It's generations. It never stops. I guess it is the ultimate escapism. I mean, I think a lot of people love to be, frightened. I mean, they like the. I guess it's like on a roller coaster ride or whatever.
Yeah, it's the titillation, it's just that. Yeah, it's very bringing you right to the edge, and how far can you take, and just challenging all kinds of sensibilities and your faculties. That's interesting how you put that.
Yeah, it just seems to me like I know for me, even growing up, I went to all the Halloweens and the Friday the 13th, and When a Stranger Calls, and Nightmare on Elm Street. I liked all the horror films. I just I guess I don't know. There was some sort of excitement, and it's interesting. It's as you work in this genre, and you meet a lot of times when you meet the writers and the directors and the creators, and even we have friends like Bill Oberst Jr. and Brooke Lewis. A lot of the people that actually act in the horror films tend to be the nicest, the sweetest.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? The most nonviolent. Just like me, right. Ralph. Yeah,
I was about to say, well, you veered from that course, but I see what you're saying.
What are you trying to say? There's always one exception to the rule?
Yes, exactly. No, I'm totally playing with you, Planet Earth. Jasper is like, he looks fucking scary, but the nicest guy. That's why I was saying to Dara earlier, I'm sitting across from you just watching yourself crack up. It's like Hollywood's bad guy can't even get it out. It's so funny. That makes me laugh.
Well, Ralph, Ralph is really laughing at because this is the first time in all of our months on Blog Talk that we've had any technical difficulties with the board. And he's watching me sit here and sweat it out because I'm concerned that our guest's going to try to call in and they're not going to get through. So I'm panicking. So I'm putting it out there now to Brent and Stephanie and Sara and Frank. If you are trying to call in and nothing's happening, it's just because we're having these technical difficulties and you're not coming through and you're not lighting up on the board here. So we're just going to say a prayer that. I don't know. Is Mercury in retrograde, Ralph? Because I've had so many things happen with my computer this week and the phone and the TV. It's just been one thing after another.
No, I have no idea about Mercury in retrograde.
Have you noticed any stuff with your electronics or anything? But of course,
no. So far, it's so funny because I have my computer here right across from you, and mine is working fine. But Planet Earth, because Jasper is so controlled, he won't ever let me run the board with him because then I could have just switched it over to my laptop, but whatever.
Well, the thing is, once we're up and running, it's almost like we tried to play the music during the commercials and it was dead. You notice how in the beginning the applause was delayed?
Oh, it was a little delayed. That's right.
Yeah, so it's almost like it's frozen. Like there's certain things that are frozen. So, like for instance, where Dara and Markus had called in, they're still on here as if they're on.
Oh.
Yeah. So for listeners out there, you're getting I know this is a very exciting entertainment talk about our fucked up board here at On the Set with Jasper Cole. But that's okay because Ralph and I have winged it and improv'd for the last year and a half anyway, so we are not above having to do that for the next 45 minutes.
No, absolutely. But I'm calling our station from my cell phone. Tell me if you see my number come up. I'm dialing it now.
Oh, okay. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, it should be coming through now. Look on your board there.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so we might actually be having a little difficulty tonight.
I know. So I'm putting it out there to anyone that's calling in. I really apologize that we're having these problems. and we'll just try to remedy that, won't we, Ralph?
Absolutely. Well, during our next break, hopefully there won't be dead air, but during the next break, we might be able to reboot.
Yeah, that would be good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be great. That would be great. So, okay, well, listen, let us take a break, and everyone, you're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole, and that's what we're going to do, Ralph. We're going to reboot and come right back, and we will be back on, hopefully, with Stephanie, Brent, Sara, and Frank. You're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole, and we will be right back. Bye-bye.
Stay tuned, Planet Eartha.
Don't miss a minute of On the Set with Jasper Cole, and get the inside scoop on everything going on behind the scenes in Hollywood.